Hi, my name is Maneka Helleberg, and this is my amazing husband, Christopher. And we're so happy to have you here on our page. We're going to talk to you about sovereignty, about freedom, about the 5 steps we have taken to actually create this for real. So I'm a mother, I'm also a freedom fighter out in the world. I've been very engaged in protecting sovereignty, protecting freedom through these chaotic years. Some of you might have seen me out there. And why is that? Why is it that we want freedom and sovereignty? And this is something that we're really, really passionate about, the two of us. And for me, I'm a teacher, I'm a mother. I'm also, I've been a coach for many years. And I saw through this all that a lot of the time we just, take a little pill or go to a work that is not in alignment with us, or we do stuff against our values because we don't have an alternative. So what I've gone down the track to find is something where we go to the root of the problem. We go to the root of health problems out there. We go to the root of financial struggles that keeps us from actually doing so much more impact and living free life, because freedom is choice. The finances actually get us to make more choices, to be able to do things that have an impact. And it's also about the personal development for me, because if we don't take care of our inner world, we're not going to be succeeding in really creating what we're here to do. So in this whole community, this whole team that we have built over the years and that we're collaborating with, this is a strong part of actually doing that inner work to not self-sabotage during the way. But I'll leave it to Christopher to just share a little bit about him and his journey. So that's a little bit about me.
Well, I'm Christopher, and my job has been to protect this one through all the chaos.
Yes, for sure, like on the front lines.
Yeah.
We've been there.
And for me, sovereignty is a lot about being able to have autonomy over your own decisions yourself, to be able to think critically about everything that happens around you and to act on what you believe is the best. And I've always, since I was young, I was always the rebellious one who said no to my parents, and I wasn't very good in school because I couldn't accept the teachers and whatever. But when I grew up, I became an entrepreneur, and I really want to go that path of taking my own business decisions. And so really I never really had an employment anywhere because I just didn't fit into that kind of an environment. So I've actually been working as an entrepreneur in different fields since 2001, which is a very long time. But I've seen over the years that there's been so much struggle. So actually when I thought I had so much choice or whatever, I really didn't, have the time to do anything else but to work. I had the money, I have really had everything I really wanted to have in life, but I really did not have the time, with the family and stuff. So 4 years ago, we really came to a point when we had 15 employees and we had, everything working for us. Big villa, big everything, we had it all, but we didn't really have time for the family. So we went and looked for other opportunities, and we found this that we are presenting to you now. So up until 4 years ago, we really took a decision to look for other means to make money and to have, to get more time freedom. I mean, as we said, we already had a lot of money, so we wasn't really looking for that, but how could we have both money and time? So when we went into this system that we are presenting to you now, we really very fast were able to entertain our interests and hobbies, and I could take care of myself for the first time because I've you forget about yourself and just into surviving and working, and as a man, that's your job, is to take care of the family, but you forget about yourself basically. So these 4 years has been amazing. We've been able to take care of our health in a totally different way. We moved from the city out to a beautiful farm here, and growing chickens and being self-sustained. So for me, really, sovereignty is really also to have the finances to be able to do the things that you want to do. I think that's very important. So
because it boils down to, like, for real, what is freedom and sovereignty? Because I know there are a lot of like preconceptions, and there's a lot of brainwash, honestly, out there, that it's bad to make money, and money doesn't grow on trees, and blah blah blah. We need to move through that. We need to actually own our financial sovereignty, because it is the actions, the freedom that leads to be able to buy land, to be able to live anywhere you want, to be able to finance research, to finance organizations that are doing good, to actually be free to live the life that you want to live. Like, we've been traveling around Europe, in the United States with our kids. We've been building this community that we're building here in southern Sweden. We've been able to actually both support our family and do things that is real sovereignty and freedom, not just in the mind or just talk. So that's where we want to take you, and we're going to take you by the hand, and we're also going to show you our mentors, the ones that have walked before us. So you're going to get access to their knowledge and that model that has been fueling us for years now, and that's actually really supported us through all of these years, to be able to be sovereign, to be able to be free for real. Okay, so now we're getting to the 5 points that we have found actually made the difference for us to create sovereignty and freedom for real. And of course there's much more to it, but these are some simple steps that we have taken that actually works, and that actually has created this life for us, so we know it can do the same for you. And the first thing is that you have to find a business model, and you have to find a product, something that is actually making a lot of money for you, because we want to put good money into good people's hands. And then also something that is stable, that is aligned with your own values, something that people love and something that people need. And what we have decided to work with is a company and a product that gives people the best water you can find out there. And water is something everyone needs, and the best water possible, optimal water, is something that can actually turn people's health around, to create real health sovereignty. And it can also give that stability, because there's so many different models out there that are not serious, but this is a very serious model, very high credited company that is 49 years old, that is not going anywhere. So we really want to recommend only things that are stable, that are aligned with our values, that are actually making change for real in people's lives. And then the second point.
A very important point also to in these steps are number 2, and it's to align yourself with a high ticket product, meaning that for every sale you make, you will earn a high commission instead of small commissions. Because if you hustle with small commissions all the time, you will never make your ends meet, or you might do, but it's not easy. So this is what we found, is that this system and this company pays out high commissions per sale. And also the leveraging this direct selling system, that you and your team work together, really. So when your team succeeds, you will succeed as well. So you will also see the time freedom that comes from you helping your team, or when your business starts to grow. That is just amazing, really. It's
and it's very unique. Also, I remember, when you were working, and you were thinking like, to work harder, we're going to earn more money.
I was actually didn't believe in this system, even when we had a year's salary in 1 month coming in, because I still believed in the struggle, in the hassle. Because I remember my father, when I was young, he took me and smashed me into the wall and told me, when you go old, when you become an adult, you have to get a job. This is so important. He just really etched it into my mind, how important hard work is. But work doesn't have to be hard. So that's very important. It's the high ticket commissions that it's going to give you the time freedom in the end.
Yeah, and in that way you work smarter, not harder.
Yeah.
The way out of this because we felt like there was a glass wall above us, we couldn't come through. We were just like fighting to just survive. And we thought that, you have to work much harder and you're going to come through that kind of blockage. It's not true. You have to work smarter. And I'm so happy that you are free of that. Like, for 2 years, you've not been working in a 9 to 5. And for me, it's 3 years. And, wouldn't go back for anything. Like, really. And the next point, the third point, is actually that you're not alone in this. That we are a part of an international team and a part of mentorship groups and team building and trainings that actually support us to also come into the right mindset. So these are people who are already millionaires, they're already financially free, they're making huge impact in the world, and you're going to find trainings with them below here. And we work together because we really need to be around the people that have created that success for themselves, and learn from the best, and learn from the people with results who are not just talking and mentalizing. But if you are in a room of people where they know that this is easy, you can actually work with ease and flow and automation and freedom and get massive high ticket sales back, and so that you can live your life, so that you can do what you're here to do. That is a big part of that is the mindset they're all talking about. And we have also done that inner work to move through the thoughts that you have to struggle, you have to work hard, you can't just, money doesn't grow on trees. All that is in your mind. So if you don't work on your mindset and you take also support from this amazing team that we're in, it's very hard to actually succeed. You're going to self-sabotage. But if you learn to not stand in your own way and not self-sabotage yourself, and actually accept abundance, accept that you can actually be financially free, that you can actually work in a much more easy way and still make much more money than you can ever dream of, then why wouldn't you step into that? So that's the third step.
And the fourth step is a very important step as well. It's how to monetize your own social media, because probably looking at this video now, you're probably on social media anyway, and you're going to be taught in the freedom era by the best people you can imagine, is really to set up a strategy how you can turn around for you to be a media consumer to actually be a creator instead, and making money on your social media, having a presence on social media, and really how to leverage that as well.
Because most of you are on there already. You're like scrolling by, you're consuming. Like what we have found is that you can actually, get a massive impact, massive outreach through like just being yourself, being authentic.
It's not about selling to friends and families. It's not about this at all. It's about
opposite. You're not bugging
It's
people.
about more attraction, affiliate marketing. When you express yourself over the internet, living the life that you want to live, you actually attract people's interest, and that's how you connect with people. It's not about selling to friends and family and DM them all the time. So that's also one thing I felt really good about this this whole system.
It's very ethical. Actually, you're not allowed to do that even. Like this is where you express your authentic self, and you show people, just like we're doing right now, what has worked for you. And then those that really, understand this, those that see that vision, those that are ready to take the actions and take the steps, they come to you. So those that come to you, they're really ready to make a change. They're really ready to take the steps. And then we have an education platform, the Freedom Era, where the mentors of the Freedom Era is going to show you below exactly, the steps that you need to take to do this. But in the Freedom Era, you have the most complete platform we've found that really teaches you like all the skills to be able to set up your own online business and set up your personal brand for success. So that's what we work with, and that's the education that we have.
And that brings us to number 5. That's the freedom through automation. And this is really the essence of what you will be learning with our team members in the Freedom Era, is exactly how to set up your business. Everything from social media to to other platforms, video making, and how really to have outreach. And also to have that system running while you are sleeping and doing other stuff like jumping a parachute.
And there you have real sovereignty. Yeah, he threw me out of an airplane once. Like really, we were down in Spain. Like we wouldn't have done that if we wouldn't have gone through with it.
I wanted to scare her because I'm a skydiver, so I wanted to do that to her. But she was just having none of it. She was just having fun. And,
I was just like, sugar.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but that's what you can do. Really, when we started doing this, we really started to live again. So I think that's the key to living a happy life.
Yeah, and it's like when you drive a car, you're not thinking about the engine taking you forward. Like if you have a financial engine that just runs, you don't have to know the details even. Like we don't know all the bits and pieces of everything. You don't need that. But you need to, just take the actions. Just learn from those who've walked before you to that automation where you have that financial engine running while you're actually living your life. And where you have processes and systems in place to empower your freedom and your sovereignty, whatever way or form that is for you. That is completely unique for you. I mean, we want to, build our own house. We want to live on the country. We want to be able to travel. We wanted to give all our time and energy to our kids. And that's what we have created. And now, I mean, you can ask yourself, if you were actually free for real, what would you create? What would you do? How would you act? Like the first step is just to think that thought. And then take the steps that we have below and listen to our mentors, the people that have actually walked their talk, that have done this. So below you'll find the next steps for you to take, and there you can hear from Rebecca Femia and Christy Orr. They are actually some of the creators behind the whole Freedom Era. So they're also, just like us, they are living that life. They're living that freedom. They've done the inner work. They've taken the actions. They have learned from the best. And now they want to give that to you. And you'll also learn from other men in the community.
Definitely.
I think that you vibe with a lot. Like I think they've been in that struggle of like, oh, you have to work harder, you have to get the degrees, you have to support your family, but they also didn't have the freedom, right?
Yeah, that's right. So I see you on the inside.
Yes, and really below you find exactly the next steps that you need to take, and to really get the full information, and then join the Freedom Era, where you will get all of the support there. You'll even get mentorship from one of their coaches directly, how to set this up for you in your situations. And there are ways for everyone, no matter where you come from, no matter your background, no matter, you know, if you have no following on social media, wherever you come from, you take these steps below and we will help you, and we will be there on the way, me and Kristopher as well, to coach you. So if you need any help on the way, just reach out to us and we'll be there for you. But take the steps, and so that you can really experience that real sovereignty and freedom. We want everyone that wants this to be able to succeed with this. So yes, see you inside.
See you inside. Bye-bye.
See you later.